everybody. This is Real Women Trade. I'm TJ. Today's Monday, June 23rd. And with all the war stuff going on, I wanted to talk to you about an ETF that's basically holds aerospace and defense companies. And it's good to know about if that's something that you want to swing trade, or you can even day trade it if you want. The ticker symbol is DFEN, and this is a weekly chart. I was looking at this back in the fall of 2022, just kind of seeing what was happening in the world based on what the chart was doing, but also based on where my hypothesis of where the world would be going up into 2030. So on this weekly candle at the end of September, the next week, the first week of October, this candle broke through. And as it crossed here, I had a order just waiting, and it filled around $13.50. So I haven't sold this. I've just been holding on to it since then. I'm not really a fundamental trader, but definitely have been holding this based on fundamentals. And I'll show you what the chart is doing now and where it's come from. So this was at 1350. And this is today, as of June of 2025. It's, let's see, trading around $47. And I'll put this back on a weekly chart so you can kind of see where it's come from and what I was seeing. So the last high was in February of 2020, so right before COVID. This is the COVID drop. And then I bought the first week of October in 2022. So that would be this candle right here. Let me make that bigger for you. So this second candle is the one I bought on. I had my stop below the low. And throughout the rest of 2022 in the winter, it came up, and then it just traded sideways all of 2023 till the end, pulled back down. But I just kept my stop at this low because it was filling this gap right over here. You see this? So this gap was being filled, which was support. And I had nothing to lose. I bought shares, so I had plenty of time. And it was not going to be a short swing trade for me, just based on fundamentals. So into 2024, it started making new highs. And then this fall in through here was in the spring of 2025. And since then, let's see, it made a low around $18, $17, and now it's up to 47 with everything that's been happening with Ukraine, Russia, and now Iran, and the United States, and possibly, and Israel, and possibly China getting involved. So I'm not saying to buy this now. It's definitely up at newer highs. I do think, let me put this back on a weekly chart so you can see. So it had a gap right here that it filled. And it has another gap at around $62 to $64 that I believe at some point will be filled. And then, of course, the last high was around $72. So my expectation is at some point it will at least get up to here. When it makes that double top, I don't know what's going to happen. But for me, this is a several year play. Of course, I have my stops in, but it's definitely in an uptrend. We can see that low was never broken, and I don't know if it's going to follow this channel or not. It could definitely pull back and then go, or it could keep going, or of course it could just chop sideways. Who knows what it's going to do? But I don't think that military action in many countries is going to stop anytime soon, and these aerospace and defense companies are benefiting from all of that. Once again, this is a 3x leveraged stock, so, or ETF. So if you do decide to get involved, just know that it's going to move 3 times as fast up or down as what some of the other basic stocks are doing. In this ETF, besides the big companies like GE and Boeing that it also holds a couple of smaller aerospace and defense companies that you might be interested in. One is KTOS, and you can see it's just totally been on a tear. I would not be buying it way up here, but if it gets a pullback, you know, back to this level, that might be interesting. You can see from my stochastics, the way I've coded it, it pretty much gives me good signals of when it's going to be in an uptrend or downtrend. So for me, it crossed up around $15 or $16, and it just really hasn't looked back. And then the other one, the ticker symbol is DRS Leonardo, and pretty much the same thing. For me, it crossed up around $16, and now it's up to 44. So you can see it had the same pullback in the spring, but now it's just really on a tear. So again, I would not be buying it here. But these are interesting and definitely something for you to look at. So thanks for watching, and I hope you like and subscribe. If you know women or a woman that trades, I would really like to interview them. I want to promote women in trading. I think it's important for women to see themselves being represented, to know that this is possible, and to possibly learn the skill, because once you learn the skill, it changes your life and no one can take it away from you. So help me out and give me some names of women that I can talk to and find out what their story is. I hope this helps, and I hope that you learn the skill of trading, because real women trade. Okay, see you next time.